Hello.
बराबर છે ને?
We request the cameraman to be ready as we are starting with our event. Good evening to one and all. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to GBCA's 70th Foundation Day celebration. I am Vrishti.
And I am Pari. We are absolutely delighted to be your host for this very special evening.
It's incredible, isn't it, Pari? Standing here today celebrating 7 decades of GBCA, a journey of excellence, integrity, and growth.
Absolutely, Vrishti. It's actually surreal that we are standing here celebrating GBCA's 70th Foundation Day. 70 years. That's older than Google, even Instagram filters, and half of us sitting in this room. The momentous occasion not only marks the passage of time, but celebrates the rich legacy, remarkable achievements, and enduring values that has shaped our organization.
Over these 70 years, GBCA has grown not just as a chartered accountancy firm, but as a family, one that knows how to chase goals with precision and also how to celebrate life with enthusiasm. We GBItes have truly mastered the art of balancing work with fun, whether it's racing to meet deadlines or unwinding on our epic office trips.
And today is no different. It's a day to put work on pause, celebrate our shared journey, and create some unforgettable memories. Together, I think each one of us deserves a huge round of applause for the dedication, resilience, and passion.
This evening is about honoring our legacy, recognizing the efforts of each and every member of the GBCA family, and of course, having lots of fun. So sit back, relax, and let us take you through an evening filled with celebration, laughter, and inspiration. Are you all ready?
Let us begin this auspicious occasion by lighting a ceremonial lamp, a symbol of knowledge and enlightenment. As we invoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati and Lord Ganesha, let us recall this beautiful shloka.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विद्यारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः.
Salutations to the Goddess Saraswati and Lord Ganesha who resides in all beings in the form of knowledge. We now invite our esteemed partners and our special guest for today on stage, Ms. Freni Mistry, Mr. Rama Subramaniam, Mr. Dheeraj Shah. We call our all esteemed partners together.
Let it start. वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करा प्रभुदिभे देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा। हरि ओम।
Now, to begin this special occasion, let us take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey of GBCA over the past year. A journey marked by growth and progress. From unexpected plot twists to well-earned wins, it's been quite the journey, full of learning, hustle, and a whole lot of teamwork. And now, to take us through the highlights, not just the spreadsheets and stats, but the real stories behind the scenes, we have got our esteemed partners, Mr. Yogesh Amal, Mr. Neeraj Chheda, and our amazing CA seniors, Ms. Devangi Patel and Mrs. Jeev Chheda, to share the GBCA highlights of the year.
Hello everyone. Hello. So as GBCA turns 70, we are not just celebrating a number, we are celebrating a legacy built on trust, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. From ledger books to the new age technology, from humble beginnings to handling multinational complexities, it's been quite the ride. And we have loved every twist and turn. With hearts full of gratitude for the path we have traveled and great enthusiasm for what lies ahead, we look forward to continuing our journey of impact, innovation, and shared success. The past year has been a ride powered by purpose, passion, meaningful growth, and exciting opportunities. Here are some of the standout highlights for the year. Execution is where strategy meets results. And this year has been a testament to our ability to deliver on complex, large-scale projects. Here's a peek into some of the headline moments where we turned plans into performance and ideas into impact. We have been appointed as auditors of a listed company engaged in automotive lighting systems, as well as we have been entrusted with audit of the western region of a Navratna CPSC during the year. We have successfully completed consolidation of financials across 15 global entities of a multinational listed group headquartered in Korea. We have also conducted ICFR, like internal control, for 10 of these entities, which are global, further strengthening the internal control framework for our clients. We have undertaken impact assessment studies for CSR projects, reinforcing our continued commitment to CSR and philanthropy area of practice. With defense emerging as a key focus areas across industries this year, we are pleased to announce our foray into the defense sector, a significant milestone that reflects both our adaptability and commitment to serving emerging and critical domains. We had the privilege of contributing to several critical assignments, including structuring and due diligence for a listed company, acquiring stake in a company specializing in designing and manufacturing of power systems and special purpose defense equipment. We also conducted due diligence for acquisition of a UK-based company engaged in manufacturing and global supply of unbreakable mirrors for defense and commercial applications. We also advise for structuring the transaction through a overseas SPV and managing their associated cross-border compliance and regulatory reporting. Again, in the defense sector, we were engaged in giving advisory services on cross-border and FEMA regulations to an Indian defense company, supporting the supply and maintenance of Russian origin naval equipment for their operations in Russia. I'll request Jill to please.
Thank you, Neeraj. So we also assisted a leading stationery listed company in due diligence for its strategic acquisition of company engaged in baby diapers and hygiene products. We were engaged in tax advisory, certifications, and FEMA reporting support to a listed Italian company in connection with a secondary stake sale in a listed Indian entity through the stock market. We have assisted multiple companies in preparing projections and financial models to facilitate equity and debt raising facilitations. We have assisted in merger and consolidation of group entities along with addressing cross-border issues for a company in the teleshopping and online retail sector, provided certification and related advisory services for a company engaged in waste treatment plant operations as a part of their DRHP filing process. Our UAE office has expanded its service offering to include transfer pricing advisory in addition to our existing end-to-end services for business setup, compliance, and management support in the region. We have successfully handled several assignments related to overseas investments as well as regularization and compounding of transactions under FEMA regulations. We continue to provide robust litigation and regulatory support to our clients in the areas of direct tax and GST. Now, a few noteworthy points in the knowledge sharing and PR initiatives. The year was not just about doing great work, it was also about sharing knowledge and shaping conversations that matter, whether it's through contribution on professional as well as social platforms or growing digital footprint. We made our presence felt throughout the year. As a knowledge sharing initiative, we had a privilege of conducting a series of impactful sessions at a prominent forum such as CTC, that is Chamber of Tax Consultants, the BCAs, that is Bombay Chartered Accountants Society, various CP study circles on topics such as tax, audit, accounting, and estate and succession planning, if I have to name a few. Our partners held various positions in professional organizations such as CVO-CA Association, CTC, BCAs, as well as social positions as trustees in social organizations. We grew our online presence, crossing 3,000 followers on LinkedIn for GBCA India and 300 plus for GBCA UAE. We are committed to sharing knowledge, building connections, and contributing to the society because together we create greater impact. And I'll ask Devangi to take forward.
Coming to the strategy front, in terms of strategy, one of our core focus areas has been leveraging technology to enhance quality and efficiency, especially in the audit domain. we have successfully implemented several cutting-edge tools like MDA and Teammate to enable more analytical, data-driven audit processes. Additionally, our use of Black Horse for automating the preparation and presentation of financial statements has helped streamline operations and reduce manual effort, allowing our teams to focus on more value-added tasks. These technological advancements are paving the way for smarter, faster, and more insightful work across our practice areas. Additionally, we have also built our intranet for knowledge resources. Riddhi will walk you through our GBCA Knowledge Hub subsequently. Coming to the people front, we have taken immense pride in the talent that we nurture and retain. We have retained our articles who have successfully qualified as chartered accountants as well as welcomed back our former GBItes. Their continued journey with us is a testament of the culture, mentorship, and growth opportunities we strive to provide. To support our expanding team and evolving organizational needs, we welcomed a dedicated HR director, CA Nisha Gala, this year, marking a strategic step towards strengthening our people-first approach. We're also happy to share that we have the largest number of articles, 84 in our history, a reflection of the trust aspiring professionals continue to place in us. We are also proud to share that 23 of our team members qualified as chartered accountants this year. Our article assistants demonstrated commendable initiative and excellence by actively participating in various competitions and events conducted by esteemed professional associations such as BCAS as well as CTC. Their achievements include winning awards in the BCAS Tarang as well as recognition as the best presenter at GMCS. We continue to strive and build a future-ready committed team for excellence. Each of these accomplishments, whether we say in the area of strategy, HR, execution, or PR, reflects our unwavering focus on quality, timelines, and client value, and is a reflection of the dedication, collaboration, and resilience that define who we are. Here is a huge heartfelt thank you to everyone who has been part of this journey, our clients, team members, alumni, friends, family. You're all stars in this journey and of this story of 70 years. As we chart our course towards the next landmark, 75 years of excellence, we remain committed to evolving with the times, leading and creating lasting value for our clients, for our people, and the communities that we serve. So here's to dreaming bigger, delivering better, and growing stronger together. Because at GBCA, we don't just believe it, but we live it. When you win, we win. I now request CA Riddhi Lalan to come upon stage to walk you through the Knowledge Hub.
Thank you, Devangi. Knowledge being our most valuable resource, we have designed this Knowledge Hub solely with the aim of easy access of our 70 years of knowledge and experience repository. This hub has been categorized into various practice areas that we service in. It also serves as a centralized place. This hub has been categorized into various practice areas that we serve in. It also serves as a centralized place for our profiles, product presentations, and recorded sessions, internal as well as external. Each area is further structured based on their respective legal framework, various SOPs, technical and PR notes, and other reference material. For instance, when we go to audit, it starts with the standards linked to all the standards. It then flows to the guidance notes and technical notes for various audit and financial reporting areas. It then moves on to the SOPs, checklists, and presentations. And then In some areas, we also have sector-wise categorization, like in this case, BFSI. If we move on to some law-based area, for example, if we go to GST, we have categorized the structure into topic-wise, chapter-wise, as well as certain sector-wise, let's say logistics sector, where you can find all the reference material in relation to that particular area. This knowledge repository is more than an intranet. It is a collective intelligence of our firm, captured, curated, and now it is accessible to all of us. As we celebrate our Foundation Day, let this platform be a reminder that our collective knowledge is one of our greatest strengths. And when we share it, we all move forward together. Thank you. I now request the coordinators to take it forward.
Thank you so much, Neeraj sir, Zeel ma'am, Riddhi ma'am, Yogesh sir, and Devangi ma'am for sharing those incredible insights. It's truly inspiring to see how GBCA continues to make this impact. All right, everyone, it's time to little shift our guests. We know you all have been waiting for the award ceremony, but before that, we promise you something even better. A session that might just change the way you look to your life, your work, and maybe even your alarm clock tomorrow morning.
Let's be honest, we have all had those moments where we are staring at our laptops thinking, why am I doing this? Or is this my purpose? Or is this just another Excel sheet pretending to be meaningful? Well, we have someone with us today who can help us answer that. Someone who took that very questions, flipped them around, and built a life and career out helping others find real meaning behind the madness.
It's an absolute honor to introduce the man of the hour, Mr. Dheeraj Shah, the founder of the company AVAP, whose name literally means to blossom. And trust us, by the end of this session, your brain might just do that. May I now invite Mr. Dinesh sir on the stage to do the honors and felicitate Mr. Dheeraj Shah. Mr. Dheeraj Shah is a visionary entrepreneur, a transformational coach, and mentor to countless professionals, students, leaders, and daydreamers. Basically, anyone who has ever asked, what am I really meant to do?
Mr. Dheeraj Shah is a general partner at Primera Capital and executive chairman of AVAP USA, a global software services company. Under Mr. Dheeraj Shah's leadership, AVAP was recognized as best places to work in IT by Computer World, along with numerous other notable accolades. Beyond his business success, Mr. Shah serves on the board of trustees at the New Jersey Institute of Technology and chairs the New Jersey chapter of the Young Presidents Organization. His passion for philanthropy and education drives him to make a meaningful difference both locally and beyond.
Mr. Dheeraj Shah's story from being a trainee at GBCA to becoming a passionate entrepreneur is one of resilience, bold choices, and purpose-driven leadership, a journey that promises to inspire and empower all who hears. His session today is titled From Dreams to Reality, The Power of Purpose. We assure you, this will be an engaging and impactful talk for everyone and will leave a lasting impression. This is the kind of talk that might just leave you staring at your ceiling tonight. wondering what your big move next will be. So, further ado, please put up your hands together and join us in welcoming the incredibly inspiring and refreshing real Mr. Dheeraj Shah.
Namaskar. Okay, excellent. So I don't know about all the other titles. These days I'm more of a Uber driver, a math tutor, and a weekend chef. So, but it's an incredible honor to be here today. In fact, when the ceremonial lamp was being lit, and you heard the beautiful song, I thought for the first second it was Lata Mangeshkar, right? And then after the first second, there are two things in life that will put you back in time, right? One is a scent. Like I still come to Bombay and the scent of the first rain brings me back to my childhood. And the second is music. And that voice came very familiarly, but in the tone of picnics at GBCA when Varsha used to sing. So thank you for gracing this with your beautiful voice. I do want to say I apologize if I'm a little mellow as I talk and slow paced because I'm just recovering from a little stomach bug. Got excited coming to Mumbai and eating the pav bhaji, and within 2 days I was kind of put to bed. But it's no lack of enthusiasm. It's an absolute honor and privilege to be here. I would normally be jumping on stage, but I will be a little more mellow and walking, but the excitement, hopefully you'll see, will be the same because, the relationship with GBCA predates even me or my birth. 70 years ago, Mr. Devchand Gala and my grandfather, who was his mama, I just recently learned that my grandfather's company was the first client of GBCA. So if you look at the files, the first client file is Ramji Talakshi. So yeah, so it's a long relationship shared. So it's an incredible honor. And I want to thank Mr. Ram Subramaniam here. In his 2 minutes of conversation, he was sharing his wisdom as I was sharing about coming and talking, and he said, don't worry, you are a seed of GBCA. The crop will always be good. So I look forward to sharing with you and getting started on this conversation. I've had an incredibly privileged life, so what I want to do is just share with you some of my experiences over the next 20-25 minutes, and then I'll open it up to questions, right? If that sounds okay to everybody. Because I really want to make it interactive. I'll just tell you and you can click as well as it moves forward. Yep, perfect. Okay. So I'll take you back in time to 1994, right? Just by, if anybody's been here since 94, can you please stand up? I know I saw quite a few familiar places, so don't be shy. So please give them a big round of applause. I see Bipin, Varsha, so many folks. So that's incredible because that's like, I saw almost about 15 people stand up and there were probably only 30 employees. So that tells you, and some may have retired, as I learned Digambar has retired. So that speaks a lot about a firm when the longevity of the relationship with the associates is that long. So 1994, I started my career as an intern at what was then Gala and Bansali. And today it's GBCA Associates. But back then, it was a small office in Churchgate. And for many that may be wondering what this envelope is, it is not an appointment letter, right? So it's not a letter of appointment that you get when you say, hey, you got a job. as I mentioned before, fortunately, due to the relationship, Dinesh Bhai was doing a favor because of our family relationships by giving me a chance to work at the firm. They had mentioned about alarm clock. I won't go into the detail, but the word in Indian may be mastmola. But as I look back, it was more carelessly irresponsible. That was who I was, right? I was going to college. I always joked that I was a rich son of a poor father because I was living far beyond any means. And when I started my career, I had the same thing. We used to have so much fun. And, Varsha, who was my first boss ever, she's my teacher, right? I always say that. And she would constantly give cover and say, oh, this innocence of the boy is okay. And I had a few warnings that said, you cannot miss work. You have to come on time. Because I used to come when I felt. I said, okay, I'll come today. Like I was the boss. And after repeated warnings, I will never forget, this was Govinda. And I was strictly told that if you have to come today, this is the final warning. And I come down from my building and all my friends are busy, Govinda, Matki coming out, and I'm like ready to go there. Where are you going? I said, no, I have to go to office. They said, no, you have to stay back. And I said, okay. It took 2 minutes to convince me. I didn't go. Guess what happened the next day? Right? This envelope. Right? I'm called into the boss's office and there is an envelope right across. I never experienced that in my life. Right? This was a short, maybe 9-month, 6-month career. And this happened in the first 2-3 months. And I open it and I read the letter, and it is so gracefully written for somebody as careless as me, and not just saying that you are fired, but written very gracefully to say that, how you should take life more seriously after a certain point, and what is the meaning of work, and there is a time to work, and there is a time to play. And along with the letter, there was, I can't remember the amount, but there was 300-400 rupees in there. And that talks about the principle of the firm, right? That while I was being let go, it also said, here is all the money that you really didn't earn, but we're still going to give you, right? And I was in a shock because I never experienced that. So after going through pleading and crying and telling I will never do this, Dinesh Bhai had the mercy and said, fine, we'll give you one more chance, right? And I then started and learned one of the biggest lessons in my life, that how you separate, the work hard, play hard. You may have heard that. I was just playing hard. I didn't know what to work hard. That letter taught me the importance that how you can do both. You can play hard, but you should also always work hard when you're at work. So I want to thank, because I have very strong ties from the journey as an intern or an employee to being a very proud client and a huge supporter of GBCA over the years. And I still have the letter, by the way. So today, moving on, I was told to share about some of the experiences of what would be success. And I'll give you different perspective, because I think what I'll start off with is what I feel has been my experience on the map to being successful. The 3 key characteristics that drive success. And then as you get older and maybe they say wiser, but not necessarily, I hope to catch up someday to Mr. Subramaniam, but you realize there are other things beyond just these 3 things. So I've kind of added those as well. So you hopefully get a head start in your careers as you are starting. How many folks are here less than a year at GBCA? If you put Wow. Well, let's give them a big round of applause because all of you are the future, not only of the firm, but at a most exciting time of being in India, right? I had a delegation brought of CEOs to India, and I'll talk about that, of what opportunity there is in India right now on a global stage. But there are three things I kind of share about. The first is having a dream. The second is grit, which you can talk about as hard work or perseverance. And the third is luck. So we'll kind of touch on each one of them. So for the first one, if you may, I would like to have everybody please stand up, if we can. We'll do a quick exercise, right? What I'd like you to do is just keep a little space between the person around you. What you're going to do is you're going to take your finger, point it straight, and then you're going to turn back and go as far as you can. Okay, and make a note of how far you went. Like you went 5 o'clock. I see some of you went 6 o'clock. Okay, now you come back. Now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to close your eyes. And I'd like you to visualize what you're going to do now. And this time, I want you to visualize that you're not going to do it yet, but the same thing, you put your finger out. Just visualize it. You're not doing it actually. You're putting your finger out. And now you are going to turn, but you're going to turn far beyond what you did. In fact, imagine your waist is elastic. You will turn it around 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, right? Keep that visualization, and now you may open your eyes. And I'd like you to open your eyes. You may all open your eyes now. And now we'll do the same thing again, because I want to see that are you able to go further with a simple thing. We haven't changed anything. I didn't give anybody any tonic or medication or anything. We are on camera, right? So now let's do it again. Put your finger out and now go again as far as you can go, right? I can already see, right? Just by show of hand, how many people went further? Just by show of hand, right? Incredible, isn't it? So thank you. Please sit. So everybody's stretching. So yoga is great. My dad, who's probably watching live, will also say he's very proud. He does 1.5 hour yoga exercise every morning at the age of 84. Yes. So the reason I did that exercise is so you could see there is a gentleman named Jim Quick, Jim, and last name Kwik. He talks about brain performance. And I remember, I don't know if Mukesh Bhai, Dinesh Bhai, Varsha remember, in 94 there was similar exercise done here on speed reading. So that's the foresight Gala and Bansali had back in the days in training people on performance. Like this talks about brain performance. Jim Quick specializes in optimizing brain performance. So back in 94, Dinesh Bhai had set up a special session on how you can be more efficient in reading. And we had a session with a gentleman who came and taught us how you can read in 5 minutes what would take you 20 minutes. And there were special skills taught on that. So these things help us manifest through that. So I really feel like the seed of everything that you want to do starts with a dream, right? I've been privileged because I took that for granted, but I've always been a daydreamer. Like I'll be sitting in a car and I'll look outside and I'll start dreaming. And I'll start visualizing. Like I started visualizing this talk and all of you before I was coming here, right? So, but this is what you hear a lot of people talk about it, but I can tell you I'm a living testament that if you want to accomplish, the first part of it is you got to be able to see it. If you don't see it, you cannot manifest it, right? So visualize what you would like to do in your career, in your personal life, so you can then have something that gets built out. You know, I share a very beautiful quote from our ex-president, right? that talks about a dream is not what you see while you're sleeping, but it is something that does not let you sleep. And that, I've seen careers of many people, right, kind of blossom and grow. Working with client with Neeraj as an example, and to see him be a partner today, it's incredible, right? It's incredible growth of the firm, but it comes as you visualize those things. The second part we talk is grit. Grit is nothing but hard work or perseverance. It's something I tell my kids who are here, and I'm very happy that they are here with us today, to kind of talk about growing in Mumbai. This wasn't a characteristic, it was a survival need. It was a need that we were born with because we had to have grit, because only the fittest survive, right? So growing up in America, and perhaps in India today as well, because India has changed a lot, is very different, right? So you need to develop the quality of grit where you work hard. When you want something, right, you're able to go after it. So I'll share this story of me. I moved to America in 1995 for my undergraduate, and went to NJIT. 99 I graduated, and I started my career in a software company. And I worked through my career, and I was making good progress. And in 2005, I quit because I had 3 other partners and I wanted to start my own company. I just saw this entrepreneurial drive within me that wanted me to start a company. And my boss said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I want to start my own company." I was being honest with him. He said, "No, why don't you stay? We'll promote you. We'll make you a leader of our global delivery practice. We'll give you a raise." And they gave me an office and a rubber plant, right? A rubber plant is a sign of progress in America. Back then it used to be. So you have a plant in your office. And I came back home and I said, "That sounds good." And my father said, "Are you foolish? Why would you risk everything? Take that job." My father-in-law, my friends, so I just abandoned the dream. And I said, so AVAP was actually founded in February 2005, but it never started because I never joined it the first time, right? That dream didn't have the grit or the follow on it, so the dream stayed as a dream. And in the next year, many things changed. My company that I was working for went public. My boss got fired. And my personal situation changed because we were expecting our first daughter. My wife had quit her job, and we had got a mortgage on a house. So in 1 year, the whole thing had changed. But the pressure of wanting to do something created such amount of pressure and anxiety that it created a lot of uncertainty. And I'll kind of touch on that when I talk about fear later, right? Because that's a very important chapter in my life. But I'll skip that for now, and I'll come to the part where, after a lot of battling of that fear, in June of 2005, June 5, so our birthdays are very close, AVAP started, and the other 3 partners did not want to join at that time because their life had changed, similar to mine. But I had the conviction to then be told that go start the company, and I did it as a single person, right, to start that. And that was June 5, 2006. And no prior sales background or anything as such, but a strong dream and a clear plan. I had a plan of what I wanted to do. It wasn't daydreaming. It was a difference between a daydream and a dream, right? Is a daydream, you will just forget about it. But a dream is something that will stick with you for much longer. And then that became the journey of AVAP from 2006 through a lot of great hard work. Many people say today that how did it go from 1 person to over 1,000 employees, right, globally? And I wish I could take credit for it. It wasn't me. I mean, I worked hard initially, but it was a collective effort of a lot of people. And today, like all of you are a team, right? It's not Gala Bansali anymore. There was fortitude in thinking why the name was changed to Gala Bansali and Associates, right? Chartered Accountant and Associates. Same thing. It was a lot of team members that came and brought it to where it was. You know, the first part of the company from 2006 to 2011, it was a lot of hard work. You know, first I was doing all the core works from calling to accounting to sales to being a secretary to then having help slowly as it came. And then from 2012, we made a very strategic decision to be single-threaded with a growing software platform. And that taught me a lesson about how when you have vision but you partner with tailwinds behind you, you can scale very fast. Because you have to identify where the market is moving and then go behind it. So between 2012 and 2016, you see the chart really grow up. And then in 2016, we brought a private equity partner and then did a couple of acquisitions. So up to that point, it was all organic growth. And then we started driving an acquisition-based growth. And then in 2021 January, I stepped down as CEO and now still own 50% of the company. But the company is run by a CEO and I play the role as a mentor, advisor, and a chair to help guide the company because I wanted to make a strategic decision of rebalancing my life instead of being in the treadmill of work to focus on three different aspects which were very important. One was family. They had given their fair share of sacrifices, so it was important. I was more at home to watch the beautiful girls grow and spend time with them, learn how to cook. The second was giving back. Life has been too kind, and people mistake that giving back has to be magnanimous. When either you are as rich as Azim Premji, it doesn't have to be, right? So thoughtfully giving time in many different aspects to kind of make an impact there. And then third was to learn something different and move from being an entrepreneur to an investor where I can take what I've learned and partner with others to share, and that's where the venture capital investment comes in, right? So this is the glory days of having the hair and the youth and all the good things. But this was when we were featured in the Inc. 500 as one of the fastest growing companies in America. And it was a huge, huge accolade. So I'll recommend this book for folks that are into reading. It's by Angela Duckworth, and she specifically talks about grit, which most people growing up in Mumbai will relate to and don't need this book. But for most other people outside of Mumbai, grit is not natural. So it's needed because you need to understand that if you really want something, you got to chase it with everything you have. If you don't chase it with everything you have, it is a hobby, right? Whether it's a small work. That letter, Varsha can hopefully attest, that letter changed me from, it was like from not being completely irregular to being always on time and always running. So we all have it in us, right? And that's what this talks about, right? Around that. So the third part is luck, right? So luck, if somebody told me I'm a big Amitabh Bachchan fan, I used to say, मैं अपना किस्मत खुद बनाता है, right? I make luck myself. Now, that's the arrogance of youth maybe. But life is nothing but a, preset items I truly believe where luck plays a big, big, big role. And I'll share the story. In 95, I was in August 95, I was studying in my SY BCom to be an accountant in KC College, barely studying, but I did go to college with the intent, right? My kids see my grades and they say, you have no right to tell us how to study. We see your grades. But I had a friend, and it was a Saturday, and he was going on his bike. I was sitting down. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "TP." Bombay people know what TP means, right? What does it mean? Time pass. See? So I was saying, time pass. He's like, "Hey, why don't you come with me? There is a foreign university I want to check out." So I say, "Okay. Free food? We'll go." I went with him. I sat there, and Fairleigh Dickinson University and Ambassador Hotel had come to present. India was opening up, and they wanted to recruit students from India. And they showed a presentation, and they showed these sprawling lawns, right? And I'd been to America a couple of times, but the dreamer in me started visualizing walking on those lawns and the life of studying in America. And I went and I talked to the dean at the end, as most of us Mumbaikars always try to find a way, right? So we went and talked to the dean, and he said, "You speak very good English. Why don't you meet me in Centaur?" I said, "I have not given any exam. I have no qualification right now." He said, "No, why don't you come and meet me tomorrow? I'm at the Centaur Hotel." I said, "Okay." I went home. I'm all excited. I tell my dad, "Dad, I think I found my next thing. I'm going to go." He's like, "Nothing doing." He's like, "Yesterday you wanted to be an astronaut. The day before you said you wanted to be a sportscaster. So every day is a new thing." And I don't blame him, right? Because you heard my previous way of how I was operating. But the grit had inherently come in at that point. I took the train to meet my mama, who was an IIT graduate and highly regarded in the family. And I went and met him immediately, and I kind of put my case in front of him, right? As they say, you want to get to the husband, get to the wife, which is my mother. You want to get to the wife, get to the wife's brother. So I used that approach, and it worked. So I went to meet at the Centaur Hotel next day, and the dean just gave me an I-20 right there. It was shocking. So within 10 days from that time pass incident, I was in a foreign university studying. Now, how can you not attribute that to luck? I did not. Maybe it was arrogance back then, or maybe it was foolishness of not being able to see the finer details of life. But they exist in all your lives, I promise you. Right? In everything and every word and everything that you're experiencing. And it will touch you if you are able to read and see the message through that. Right? So that's why I'm a huge believer of luck and how luck plays. And it's been since multiple things. And Mr. Subramaniam said that his good health is because of his parents' gene, and I say the same, that a lot of this is because of the good wishes and blessings of my parents and my grandparents and the family we are born in, right? That starts with that. But life can be very different if you're born somewhere else. It starts right there. So we have to take that with a high degree of privilege, not for granted, right? So what I shared with you so far, I thought were the basic fundamentals of being successful, right? The three things: dream, grit, and luck. And luck only comes to people, if you go by lottery, that's not the luck I'm talking about, right? Luck comes to people that are going to work hard and have a dream at some point. But a compass, I was thinking, so this is a new addition that I was thinking, like the compass reminds you who you are. And what I want to talk about next is, what is this inner compass now? Because you can take the first part and be the most successful person. And I've met many people. I've had the most privilege. My best friends are still the ones that I grew up with in Tarabag, where I grew up, right? And I have the privilege of meeting and hanging out with some of the most wealthy and accomplished people as well. And I can tell you with a high degree of certainty, the problems are the same. Whether they are very rich in Aspen, Colorado, or they are in Tarabag, right? They are similar. So to that degree, right, you can be extremely successful. But if your compass is not right, you will not have a meaningful life. You will be lonely. You know about people, right? That have been very successful, but their compass is not right. Right? They don't have the family. They don't have the moral. They end up going to jail in the end. Right? They are lonely. So many things. So I thought it was equally important to share this second part with you, because to let you know be successful wouldn't be as good as being able to share some of my. The first part was my experience, the second part are my observations. Yeah? So the first one here is purpose, right? You have to love what you do. And, my father taught me this very early on, not directly, but indirectly. Because he is a numismatist by profession. How many people here know what a numismatist is? That don't know my father, by the way. Don't? Okay. One person knows what a numismatist is, right? It's a coin dealer, a coin collector. So my dad was a civil engineer by profession, and in his mid-40s, he came home one day and told my mother that he's going to quit his career and he wants to be a numismatist. And my mother was not like Mr. Subramaniam. She was in the 99% that didn't know what that was. So she had to ask, what is that? How are you going to make money? How are you going to feed the two boys, right? But his thing was that was his passion, and that's what he truly enjoyed. And I can tell you, we see that, my girls see that. Like Anya went to our house, and my dad is 84, and he's working at this age, selling and buying coins every day, and he's telling Anya, look, Anya was like, I felt like I was going to a museum. So finding something you enjoy as part of your inner compass is important. And one of the reasons why I was having a great time, my team loved me, it was a very sad moment for me to step down from the company I founded as a CEO, and a very difficult decision. But it felt I was on a treadmill. Right? I was just going from 125 million to 200 million, then 300, right? And it would be no different. So it had this word, and what my dad went through, similar mid-40s, maybe it's a midlife crisis, and it came to say that, love what you do. And, hopefully if I can touch one person today, I've spent my time very well. Just one person, right? But that is what I love to do, is impact and share, not anything more. Second is curiosity. And I'm having quotes in the background so you can relate and attach to it. Having lifelong learning. Don't become stale. If you're not constantly evolving, you are not relevant. So continually give yourself, and not just from a professional perspective, from a perspective that, keeps your childlike curiosity alive at every age, right? You want to keep your childlike curiosity alive, right? My kids, so Anya plays piano, Samaya plays violin, and Yuvika sings, and I've attended many of their recitals. I'm learning how to play the piano. I spent a year and a half complete, and they are attending my recital. Right? So there is no shame. No shame. I tell you, keep learning at whatever age, right? Most of you are very young, so it's great. But learn in diverse things, because that will keep your left and right brain well coordinated. Don't just focus on one side of the brain of work, or that will create a very dryness in your brain and not the fluid that will go across. The third is courage and taking calculated risk. So I'll go back to that dark episode with you, going back to when in between February 2005, I said, I'm leaving. My boss said no. I went back to work. I got a promotion. I work. Within 6 months, company went public. My boss got fired. Culture had changed. I was very miserable and unhappy. But now, because of the family change, I could not didn't have the courage or conviction anymore because I felt I had more responsible because my backing was Namrata's career, that I could take the risk. It wasn't there. And that created a pressure cooker situation that resulted, so I have lifelong anxiety, right? I've realized it, right? And, mental health is very less understood today, right? We all have different variety, but we just don't speak or attach. So that anxiety transformed into deep panic attacks, and I would just start crying. And Namrata was like, so worried. She's like, what happened? And I would just be at night just crying. And I had nothing. Anya was going to be born. All life was good. My job was fine. I did not know back then what was causing it. Then they gave me medication I took. And then one of my uncle, Bharat Kaka, actually, he suggested, why don't you go do Vipassana? Right? So I said, okay. We were coming to India for a wedding. And I said, okay. And my father-in-law and Namrata came to drop me. It was a tiny village, right? And you had to sleep because that was the only thing available. Sleep on stone slab. And they said, I think he's going to come back tomorrow. And they said, no, maybe we should sleep here tonight because he may only come tonight only. See, the only thing I wanted to hear going back to the grit is what you cannot do. When somebody says it's the right thing and somebody says you cannot do, it drove me. So I went with the full conviction. And first 6 days were the most miserable days of my life. Like I have anxiety talking about it, right? Because I was going through massive cleansingness. And in Vipassana, Guruji talks about you got to let the dirt come up first, right? And the 6th day, I cannot explain it anything but this karmic white light that I saw. That made it all clear, super clear, right? And that's when I came back and I had the conversation. And I said, I really feel this source is my strong desire to do something. So Namrata said, go do it. What's wrong? Do it for 6 months. If you fail, you'll get a job again. We have enough money to survive for 6 months. So I often talk that how risk is overstated, right? And courage is underutilized. We all have it. And it gets to the point. So that's why this is extremely important, right? That you don't let fear come over your willingness or desire to do things, right? Acknowledge and keep fear as one of the factors within. Don't let it be a pressure cooker or stow it away. Acknowledge it, right? My anxiety allows me to live with it because I acknowledge it, right? As taught in Vipassana. You may all have your own way of doing it, right? But it's a very important compass to have courage. The next one is equanimity, right? And this is my favorite quote in the world, is from Bhagavad Gita, right? To do the work, but don't tie yourself to the result. It is very powerful because we can do all the efforts in everything. And then what happens? If you don't get into the university, I am so disappointed. I'm a failure, right? Are you? Or was it luck? Maybe there's a different plan for you. That's going to open a different door later on, right? It doesn't have to be tied to just that. So, very important that this is part of your moral compass, equanimity, that you can accept what comes your way. And then the final is karma, right? Be good and do good, right? Very powerful quote from Winston Churchill that says, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Think about it, how powerful that is, right? And I'll share a story here that changed, that kind of changed us. So this is not this trip, this is about 8 years ago, right? We are doing our usual street romp. This is how you get a stomach bug. 101, right? Eating pani puri on the streets in Elko Market. And as we are eating, we see two kids, very common scene, right? Beggars coming and asking for money. Said, no money. What we are eating will feed you. We fed them. After we fed them, he says, he clearly sees this is a good customer. Because he's fed us now. He says, I have no food at home also. Can you buy me some food for him? I said, okay, no problem. So then we are walking to the store. And as we are walking, you see, we are all wearing flip-flops, but you'll notice that their feet were covered with mud. And my eyes couldn't take that part. And there's a Bata store right across, right? So I get them their bread and butter and all the grocery. And then I say, okay, let's go and we'll get you a pair of shoes. So we go into the Bata store, we are entering, and the guy in the front says, shoe, because the kids were front. No beggar. I said, no, they are with me. Oh, okay. So they go in. And what I experienced that day is when you do good things, that's why I wanted to share the story of good karma, right? That when you do good things, it has a effect around you, right? Not just limiting to you. So the entire store atmosphere changed. Everybody is looking at these two kids. They clean their feet. I saw one of the shopkeeper go and wipe their feet clean before they're trying. They're trying all these different shoes in the store. All the salespeople could care less about the paying customer. They cared about them. And all they did was they bought this pair, right? They walked away. But that incident touched all the people in the shop as well as them, is what my observation was, right? So do good, be good, and it will come around in multiple ways, right? So this is what I thought I will leave as a closing with you, right? Is you have your map to success, but tie that to the compass, and that's where you will have balance. Because I learned that too late. I learned that over a period of time. I wish I knew what I know now at 20. Everybody says that. You're all just starting your careers, right? So you can be much ahead by having this and other. Maybe this may not appeal to you, which is okay. But take one part or take a different approach to get to where you want to be in an intentional manner. So that's all I had for you. Thank you very much. And I don't know if we want to open for questions. Questions? Sure. Did I go over time?
Thank you so much.
All right.
I think that was goosebumps. Why don't you keep this? Wow. Did you just ask a question that did you go overtime?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will agree that you could have gone on a little more. And yeah, I think this is just exceptional. I mean, I've known you for all my life, but I didn't know your story as well. And thank you so much for sharing this. This is absolutely incredible. You spoke about the fear part of it. And I think being in India, a lot of us are, like I reflect back, like, when I see I'm a parent, you're a parent, kids are growing up, anathi karwano, don't do this, don't do that. A lot of what we do, even as Jains, culturally also, can't do this, you can't do that. A lot of what gets instilled is fear somewhere. And I deal with that a lot. You spoke about that as a chapter of your life. You did touch upon it. Can you spend some time on that? Because somehow I feel that that's something that really is childhood instilled in a lot of us. And what are your thoughts on that?
No, absolutely. I have to be careful because your parents are here, right? So there is a reason that the grandparents and the grandkids get along so well. Do you know why?
Same enemy.
They have the same enemy in the middle. So, but no, I think you bring a very good point because in our culture it's inherently built. Arre gir jayega, right? My parents are the same. They would say, watch they don't fall, watch they don't do this. And there is a lot of truth to a lot of way around it. But there is also the other side. If you notice on the Western culture, it's complete opposite, right? Where it's the kid will just go run, fall 3 times and learn by themselves. So I truly believe it's a balance. Everything is a balance between what you can take. You want your children to not put themselves in a sense of danger ever, right? But you know if they are walking and the worst case scenario is they'll fall and have a little, bump on a knee, that's manageable, right? I'll tell you a story. Like we were building a house, which your parents just came, and there was a big construction scene, and Anya and Samaya were little, maybe 10 and 12, and they go in the back, and I let them go around. And it was a construction site, and they have not come back. And we, Namrata and I, were busy in meeting, and after a time, they're like yelling, "Help!" So we are going running, and what we see, they are stuck in quicksand with their feet like this, right? Now, my reaction was laughing because I know this was not the quicksand where they are going to get sucked in. They were stuck, they were safe. I was laughing and I let them struggle for a few minutes to find their way, which they couldn't, right? Namrata was panicked, mother right approach, right? Because it's like, what is going on? But I try to indirectly instill into them that, see, you went outside the boundaries. You should have known that you are going into this mud where you could be stuck. And now you know that and it's registered. Nothing registers better than your own experience. So the more experiences you can give in a safe environment, right? There's always a little bit. In a safe environment is always the approach I think one should take.
And how do you deal with fear? I mean, fear that you had, how have you dealt with it? And please, anybody has questions, either you can write it and send it across, or you can just come over and ask it. How do you want to do it?
You can even pass the mic.
Pass the mic, yeah.
Yeah. First question is free. Oh, I see Faizan is back there. Hi, Faizan. Faizan is going to America to study, so give him a big round of applause, actually. I didn't see him, he's here. He's starting the journey. So Faizan came to US he's part of this non-profit year called Oscar, which supports children that don't have resources by playing soccer. He and 6 other kids came to America, part of what Anya had done a program. They all came to America to visit. Faizan came back with that dream, right? He went to NJIT 2 years ago, came here, studied without any help, got a 768 or something like that out of 800 in math, right? And now he's going to go to NJIT to study. So good to have you here, Faizan.
Anyone has questions, you all can just stand up and maybe we'll pass the mic around.
How important it is to be prepared to encash the luck? That's a very simple question.
Very important, right? If I'm speaking this, you are able to understand it, right? અને હું કચ્છી મેં બોલતો જે કે કચ્છી ન ચીંધી હું સમજે ન શકતા હું કોરો ચાતો, right? Now for folks that didn't understand what I was speaking, that was in our native language, Kachchi, right? So to your question, to accept luck, you have to be prepared to understand the language and be open to receiving it. And that comes through acceptance and other things, the karma, the acceptance, the equanimity. And you'll start seeing it that this is definitely luck. You don't wait for luck. Luck comes to you. And you will 100% look back. Luck is also not something you can plan for. You'll only be able to do it backwards.
Yeah, continuing from where you said that the luck comes to you. So Dhiru is my second cousin. My mom and his dad are first cousins. So I've known Dhiru from childhood. Yeah.
Don't let the secrets out.
No, so one secret I'm getting you out
Close
for
your
you.
ears.
So my grandfather is a mama of his dad. And, he always used to say, Dhiru Jadhav ji te bhi ho hai. And, you are sort of weird, I would say. Sort of weird. Ek to bhi kahin do. We do not know what. Like you are doing TP always in Tarabag. He TP kare to. So I'm telling you, from those days, a spark which was seen in you, even though you may not be good at something, but we used to talk. Dhiru ki kahin do. And what's again important is, what is he Jadhav ji te bhi hai. That's very important. I firmly believe that there are certain principles which I follow. Like I feel that your spine is your dad. He always supports you. When you see your dad, in you, a reflection, he is always there, as a spine to support you. And those people achieve great success. So before dream comes a character, a spark. Like everybody now in Tarabag, how many people? Most of them are probably there only doing this and that. But why did we felt that you could do something different? Similarly for Deepak also, like another cousin, who also had a spark that he will do something different. So it was observed in you, like everybody would dream, but how many are able to fulfill their dreams? So those three parts, dream, grit and luck, and from going to luck, from what Sanju spoke, you need to have that character, that spark, which everybody does not have. So how, now does it come from your previous janam, if you believe? But it doesn't come to everybody. To get to that luck, something preceding that is that character and, to dream big and I will make it happen. I think that's very important. If you can touch that, how you are, like you are not good or how irresponsible you were at Gala Bansali, but you had something that, the life ek hi baar mila hai aur kuch karke batana hai. And that is where probably has got you where you are today.
Thank you for that. And, Shripal Mama, Lalji Mama, that's the Mama. I used to spend time and, we had such strong family and wisdom coming from them. Like I remember spending time, Lalji Mama would come in the store. I would go meet Shripal Mama up there, right? But I think the spark, I don't know the answer, to be honest. But I can tell you, like, Faizan came with 5 other kids. They all had the same thing. We gave the same exposure, right? Only Faizan did that. So, same. 5 other kids all came back and, I'm going to ask the question, what happened, right? But they're probably going to be there. And Faizan, to your question, what was different? The spark that he had, right? That drove it. But the question then becomes is, yes, there are people that are fortunate to have previous janam or inherent spark or luck. My life would have been very different had I not gone for that,
Free food.
Time pass free food, right? But the goal is everybody has a spark. But how do you unlock and find that spark that you have? That sometimes, the best thing I can say is that it's just so tiny, the flame, that it needs more nurturing than somebody that probably has a bigger spark that just a little tinka and it will become a fire, right? Like that episode with Dinesh by giving me the letter, complete change, right? Somebody else may need that letter and few other attempts to get there. So I think it's a very, very good question, and I don't know. I do believe everybody has a spark, but some have to work more to finding it and igniting it and being aware of it than some people that are more lucky to just be able to take that spark and make something of it.
So, Dhiru, I have
Yeah.
a question that we have
Yeah.
almost 80 students in our firm.
Yeah.
And they are in that very young age, they join
Yeah.
the firm. So, and when they are in the training period, you also have into the training.
Yeah.
So, what should be their approach? Like, explore the life as it comes, or be so predetermined when they join it only? And how differently it helps to be really very focused at this young age, or to be open to the possibilities and do the best that is possible in that training period. So when you are there as a trainee, just take what is there, or have your notions of no, I don't want to do this right now, or how openness should be there when they are taking the training.
Yeah.
What you would, because that's a question to this, because they know a lot of opportunities, they know so many things. So sometimes I think they get too close to things and the bigger opportunities are gone.
That is a great question, right? For sure. Because you definitely, I share my experience. You don't want to model on that, but that is a luck lottery system, right? You want to plan for your success. So, to your point, I think the first part, and I have this conversation with my kids all the time, right? What is the balance between burning yourself out in trying to get to a goal where you lose the most, uh, important years of your youth, call it, right? In just studying, after studying, you're working, and by the time then you're married and your kids, and now you are not able to smell the rose and you become the, the typical treadmill customer, right? I think you have to have the balance. And you have to find that spark and the purpose going back to what is it that truly drives you and what you want. If you want to be a CA, then you have to also check that are you in line to be that? Because somebody will be able to do it. I know this from experience. Like some folks can study in an hour that takes other folks 10 hours to do. So then you have to see what part am I gonna, like I have 3 girls, they're all very different. I see that. Very different. All 3 of them are uniquely different in their characteristic. Same mother, father, same environment, same upbringing. So same thing I kind of share, that you have to find a balance. You have to find what you truly inspires you. You can't, if that letter didn't come and I was totally careless, I may have not made it and I may have wasted the good life that God has given me in many aspects, right? By not being able to build a company, employ the people, have, support people, have a good life myself with my family. You don't want to be in that position. But you also don't want to be in the position of working so hard that you don't get to have time to do the basic enjoyment of life. So I think finding the balance and matching your skills, your aptitude to what you can accomplish is the other thing. Fine, if you're a creative type, and it's a typical thing in the Indian community, doctor, engineer, right? Finance, and if you're a very creative type, it's okay. You pursue a creative path. It's better to be a great creative person than to be a mediocre chartered accountant. I'm sorry, I'm turning away. Hopefully not, because everybody here is, but being a mediocre analyst or something else, right? So, but work is important, and I think striking the balance between the two is critically important.
And your thoughts on smart work versus hard work, and knowledge versus information, and how do they balance between the distractions that they are facing today?
Now my teacher is testing me with heavy words. I see. So very powerful difference between knowledge and information, right? Information just you're taking in and collecting inside, like all the TikTok, Facebook, Insta, right? That largely is information, largely, right? You're just taking that and getting it. Knowledge is something that is progressing, growing you intellectually, stimulating you intellectually. So I think putting effort into knowledge, because I truly believe that the ultimate source of satisfaction is knowledge. I truly believe. That was one characteristic I did have from an early age, was I was a voracious reader. Like I didn't go to college and study, but I was reading every book I could get my hands on. So knowledge was certainly one of the things that was inherent that helped me. My cousin Sheetal had deeply helped me on that path, right, to read and do that. So I think understanding the difference between knowledge and information is important, and then focusing on knowledge on a regular basis. Like right now in my calendar, I don't have many meetings. I'm a pretty open schedule, but I spend time still in learning. So I have 1.5 to 2 hours every week where I'm learning about health. How to do better yoga, how to eat better, what are the things. So just knowledge and learning better things so I can take information and convert that into knowledge for that. Good. Smart work versus hard work. Yes. Hard work is clearly just when you're doing it without a goal, right? And you are doing it without a timeline. And you're doing it without a specific objective in mind. You can get lost in that. I also say that many times I see people separate. One of my first jobs in America was at a big pharmaceutical company. I won't give their name, but it has 2 J in it. And they are in India as well. Okay? So you figure out. They make a lot of kids band-aids. But I was working there and I was given this internship. And now I was a very hard worker. So my boss would give me the work. He said, this is a 2-day project. I would do it in 2 hours. And then I would go back, say, what's next? He'll give me. After 3 days, he said, come in the office. Not like Dinesh bhai come in office, different come in office. Right? He was saying that it took me so much time to get this position open. If you're going to finish this work so fast, I will have to fire you because I can't pay for the position, right? So sometimes in corporate America, I learned they pay just to do hard work, not smart work. Because I was finding ways to do things easier that was more efficient, right? So encourage smart work as a firm. Encourage innovation as a firm. Have people that challenge the existing mindset within the framework of your culture that is well defined. And that will create an environment that will not have you, be just, on a stable platform. You go through some spikes, but really grow through that. So I think hard work is not recognized until you do smart work.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think we are running out of
Yes.
time, but I will ask this question. Can you give your perspective to that? I look at learning from 3 points. One is academic learning, like book type of learning. You do your education and things. And you mentioned that knowledge around you and allied reading is important. Can you little more emphasize on that? That is one. Second, that is a project-based learning. When you go to college, they give you do some projects. And the third is the real life learning. Like when you are put into the sea and you want to swim and the real situation that you are facing. How do you look at these, the learnings that you get out of these kind of things? Which is perhaps what are the different perspectives? Like for example, I will tell you, a protected boy that you mentioned, going in a 5-star school, versus a boy studying in Matunga boarding who's come from village, the street smartness that they get.
Yes.
Can you throw your perspective on these 3 different kind of learning?
Yeah. I think they all play different roles, but they are all equally important, right? So the best learning are the experiential learnings because you'll be able to register and learn that. That's what we talk about, all the street smartness that is carried because you are carrying that in Mumbai when you're crossing the street, right? And that sticks with you. But many people that have that don't have the opportunity to get academic learning. I do believe that some of the best CEOs can be folks that are in the slums of Mumbai. Without a doubt, they can be the best managers because they are so efficient. They have better processes than Six Sigma probably, but they lack the discipline. They lack the academic learning, right? So there are other things that really hamper if they can get that control. So they are all important equally, but experiential is what you will take a lot. But without academic and project-based, they're both project-based and reading are both academic. When we go to a university or when we are in a professional firm, you're giving people projects to learn from, and then you're giving them, tutoring in some form so that they can get to where they can do their job. Those are both academic. And I think a combination of both extremely important, right? And for today, I'll say this in kind of closing. I know we are up on time and I'm sorry this took longer. I see people, starting to get the tomatoes ready to throw, so I'll leave. But I'll tell you, like to the learning question, right? From the time today, you spent an hour sitting here, right? Listening to this stranger talk for an hour. Write down one thing that resonated. If you are going to take more than one thing, there is a rule I was taught. If it doesn't fit in your hand, you're not going to do it. So not more than 5, but keep one thing out of this hour, one thing that was shared across, right? That you feel will help you. Because why are you here? To help yourself, right? Why are this firm putting this together? Not for them, they're doing it so all of you get a chance to get. So one thing, put one thing you're going to do, right? And take it a step further, send it to Varsha madam, right? This is my one thing. So I truly believe if you speak it and you write it, you manifest it, right? If you're going to tell it in your mind, by the time you go eat dinner, go to sleep, back in the routine. So one thing, send it to Varsha madam, send 150 email to her, hopefully by tomorrow, right? And then one thing if you change, that's how things will come. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Somebody will.
Thank you very much, Dhiru. I think
I request Parikh to come on stage to give the vote of
Dad
thanks.
and, okay, this was spectacular. I really honestly want to thank Namrata, you and the kids. I know you're here for a short period of time. So can you also please come up on stage? Stand with Papa. You'll have been the support, right? I mean, that he was talking about. And thank you for spending the evening with us, Namrata. Thank you so much. Great round of applause. Yay. Dhiru and his ladies. Come to the center, yeah, please. Thanks. Come, all of you all. Dad. Come. Thank you all very much. Have a good stay here. You all need a bounce, I'm presuming. Okay.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. It's a So it is my profound honor and privilege to just deliver a vote of thanks to Mr. Dheeraj Shah, who has given a spectacular session just to align our purpose with our dreams and what can be achieved when a perseverance meets the purpose. And of course, his journey from being a reckless person and accepting that he was such a person and preserving his mistake and then accepting it on the stage really was one thing that made me believe that when you accept a mistake and things change this drastically and a person can achieve this much, this was really inspiring to me. I don't know about many people, but this is my opinion, and I really thank him to just give an insight over his journey of entrepreneurship. And thank you so much, sir. Everyone, please be seated.
Good evening, everyone. Now we know that you've had an amazing speaker session. And while your brains are still buzzing, we thought it would be the perfect time to take a little trip down the memory lane. The serious stuff is done. Now we are here to bring in some energy, fun, and maybe a few unexpected moments.
Hi, I am Juhi. This is Harshvi, and we are your hosts for part 2 of today's event. It's often easy to get caught up in the pace of daily work, deadlines, and deliverables. But tonight, we are going to take a pause and take a look back to the journey we have shared through challenges, celebrations, and growth.
Absolutely, Juhi. I think this is our way of saying, hey, look, we have built this together. Every project, every late night, every win, it all adds up. So, without further delay, let's dim the lights, turn our attention towards the screen, and take a moment to celebrate the year that was. Let the presentation begin.
reflection of the year gone by. Those moments remind us of the passion, teamwork, and spirit that drive GBCA forward. Thank you to everyone who made it all possible.
Now, as we move ahead, it's time to honor some of the special individuals who have supported and inspired us along the way. I would now like to invite Neeraj sir to kindly introduce Mr. Rama Subramaniam, requesting Rajvi ma'am to kindly escort him towards the stage. I would also request Dinesh Gala sir and Harish Chira sir to come towards the stage.
We are honored to welcome Mr. K. Ramasubramaniam. Sir is a retired general manager of the Reserve Bank of India, a veteran with over 3 decades of distinguished service in banking, regulation, foreign exchange, and policy development. He played a pivotal role in the implementation of FEMA and has represented India in international forums, including work with Russia, Uzbekistan, and the Middle East. He is also faculty of various training colleges of banks and management institutes outside and in India and abroad. He is closely associated with SP Jain Institute of Management. These are only few of his distinguished accolades. If I have to run through it, it will take more 10 minutes to go through. He is a respected advisor, faculty member, and a board director. He continues to guide corporates on cross-border finance and compliance. He has been guiding light to GBCA for many years. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ramasubramaniam, sir, a true stalwart of the Indian banking system. Thank you, sir, for your presence.
Hello? 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 So before we do these honors, I have to say something about Mr. Ramasubramanian, sir. So my guru in FEMA has been Freni Mistry, madam. For 20 years, we have been able to really do a constructive work in FEMA. She has been guided through and through. And she considers you as her guru. So you are our Mahaguru. You are Maharshi for us. And the most complicated things in FEMA, that is the compounding work and the regularization work, it's not easy. It's really been tough. And you have been great guide. Our first compounding matter, you have been the guide to us. So, sir, we are really very honored to have you. It's a gesture of gratitude, and we really salute you for all the blessings that you have given us. It's very important to see his energy and his thirst for learning at this age. That keeps him going, and he keeps really full. He's always eager to learn. He comes, he shares knowledge with us. We have study circles. He's there. And his command on the Sanskrit, the shlokas that he would say, sir, that remind me of my father. So I really share a very special bond with you. And we all seek your blessings for our journey in the field of FEMA. And thank you so much for being here and express our deep gratitude. So I request Harish Bhai to please do the honors.
Good evening to all of you. Varsha has been so nice that she has eulogized me into a guru like a Brahma. There is only one Brahma who is above all these things. What we have tried to do is, the Reserve Bank of India gave me opportunity to work in that particular department for a very long time. And anybody who has got some enthusiasm, that organization is a great treasure. the great treasure. Not only it keeps the treasury wealth of the country, but also the knowledge is abundant there. There is no area of human life where the Reserve Bank does not play a role. Everybody carries the Reserve Bank with them by means of a note. But in every activity, behind that, there is a Reserve Bank. There is a Reserve Bank. So if you are getting an opportunity to work there, try to take as much as you can. And that is what I did in the last 35 years of my service in the Reserve Bank. And because of that kind of a dedicated service, I am not proud to say, but I am pleased to say that the kind of inspiration that you get by doing that work sustains me for the last 23 years, where I am outside the Reserve Bank, but I am trying to give my own knowledge that I gain for resolving problems among the corporates, among the persons, among the borrowers, among the lenders, among the property owners in India, property owners outside India, and including some of my grandchildren who wants to go and study how to make remittance to their fees. So a kind of whole life comes into that, and there I picked up some of the things which gives me a little more satisfaction post-retirement in the year 2002. But till now, I am still a learner. There is a lot of things to learn. The talk that he had, where you heard, is a highly inspiring one. I am extremely grateful for inviting me not to be a special guest, but to be a beneficiary of this interesting lecture by him, a success story where it is a model. It is a new model. From a stage of desperateness to a stage of success, and then a stage of where, yes, I don't want this any further, let me come to my own family life. Such a beautiful way of presentation, excellent life. I am thankful to Varsha and the entire team of GBCA for giving me an opportunity to come here and be here. And since Varsha said, I want to say a few things in Sanskrit, which all of you know, which is how united we should be. How united you should be, and how this unity of purpose makes everyone successful and the whole universe successful. Vasudeva Kudumbakam. So, I would like to chant with this. Sahana bhavatu, saganau punaktu, sagaviryam karavavahai, tejasvina tamastu, mam vidvishavahai, om shanti shanti shantihi. With this 70-year-old organization, I would like to wish Shatamanam bhavati satayu purushat sadendriya ayushyeve driye praridishtadi srivachyaschama vida shobhamanam mahiyate dhanyam dhanam pasum bahuputra labham sadasamvatsaram dirgamayuhu. Let us, if God permits, let us be here for the centenary celebration. With these few words, thanks.
Now, I would like to invite Yogesh sir to introduce Mr. Sudhakar Kasture. I would like to invite Varsha ma'am to introduce Ms. Freni Mistry, and requesting Keval sir to escort her towards the stage.
So, hello.
Yes, she's my teacher. You all considered me as your teacher. She's my teacher. So she needs a big round of applause.
Come, Franny. Please be seated. Friends, let me introduce Franny Madam. Graduated from Mumbai University in 1966. She joined Reserve Bank of India in December 66 and retired in October 2005. And she served Reserve Bank of India for 39 years in various regional as well as center offices. And her last position was General Manager, Foreign Exchange Division, Central Office. And she has dealt with most of the capital account transactions, including foreign investment in India, investment in immovable property in India, borrowing and lending in rupees, remittance of assets. In 2006, she was again invited by Reserve Bank of India to work with the Banking Code and Standard Board of India. Post that, she worked with as a FEMA consultant with Amarchand Mangaldas Group law firm for 14 years. Her association, she says, is with GBCA from 2004. When she has promised that she will help Varsha, she had promised me that after her retirement, she will always help me in the FEMA matters. My first interaction with her was a phone call to her when she was leading the immovable property division, and I had a query, and she said, oh, this is not possible. This is how Reserve Bank of India works, very clean, clear. This is doable, this is not doable. But I said, I want to do this. And then she said, no, I will teach you. And when she retired, she really kept that promise from 2004 to 2026. 20 years she has been my teacher. Friends, I must say that in GBCA's journey, we have got so many foreign clients. Our flagship is that we have got so many foreign clients, and we are giving them end-to-end services in terms of everything, FEMA, international taxation, audit, everything. And in that, FEMA plays a very, very important role. All this work we could actually get because our capabilities were developed in the field of FEMA, and the credit goes to you, Franny Madam. Thank you so much for being my teacher. But not only that, she has gone further to train even my teammates. So it's not only me, my entire team of FEMA has been trained under her, and they are independently able to now carry out this work. So thank you so much. Really appreciate. And it's my identity, actually my identity in the profession as a FEMA consultant. I really attribute it towards your contribution and guidance and the blessings that you have given me. GBCA is always indebted to you for all the learnings that we have got from you, sir. And we look forward to your blessing for our journey ahead. Thank you so much. I request all the partners to please come and sit in the front rows. And the one more thing that, so to getting in touch with Ramasubramaniam sir, as I said, it is a Maharshi. That also was credit to Franny Madam, and that's how, sir, we are fortunate to have both of you in our lives. Thank you so much. And I request Dinesh Bhai to present a memento to Franny Madam as our expression of gratitude and thank you and appreciation, acknowledgement of all the help that she has done to us. It's a special one for you. So now we request our guests and our both senior partners to be on the stage as we will get through this whole award ceremony, the most awarded award ceremony for our admin, our articles and our seniors. Friends, one thing that we should learn from all the speakers that we had, of course, Dheeraj has a very inspiring story, and then how to stay grounded is what something that we should learn from Dheeraj. And the art of giving back to the objective of giving back to the society, family values. So as he mentioned, his whole time is divided into 4 parts. One is his existing company and the startups. One is giving back to the society. One is to the family, and one for himself. This is a great learning that we all should have and take so many lessons from his story. And sir, from you, it's very important to learn that at any age, you have to be a learner, you have to be grounded, and you have to be generous in sharing, and you have to be like the way you have been blessing people. So really, it's a great learning for all of us. You know, we sometimes you feel that, okay, what, now we know everything. When somebody at this stature says that I'm learning, it's really definitely inspiring for all of us that learning is never ending. You have to keep learning. So please, to my all dear students, my advice, my blessing is that never shy off from learning. Learning is part of our life, and respect it, worship it. It will reward you, it will give you back in manifold times. So please take this lesson from all these stalwarts present here, and God bless you all. So over to the team.
Thank you, everyone. Today isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a celebration of hard work, resilience, and growth that has brought us this far, and of the people who make this office more than just a workplace. It's a reflection of every late night spent chasing deadlines, every team huddle that turned into laughter, and every challenge that turned into a lesson. It's about the relationships we have built, the milestones we have achieved together, and the shared belief that together we are building something greater than ourselves. Today, we don't just celebrate an organization, we celebrate a family, a culture, and a future we are shaping side by side.
Absolutely, Harshvi. And what better way to honor this journey than to celebrate the stars among us, the ones who go above and beyond without expecting any applause. So, without any further ado, let's dive into the most awaited segment of this evening, the awards ceremony. Let's start things off with someone who's always on the move, literally. From managing files to fixing the printer that mysteriously stops working only during urgent deadlines, to making sure that the meeting room is ready right before even we remember we booked it, to knowing exactly where the stationery disappeared. They are quite the engine that keeps the office running. They may not always sit at their desk, but their work touches every corner of this place. Reliable, proactive, and always one step ahead. They are the invisible strength behind our visible success.
Moreover, to make sure your tea shows up just when you're on the verge of sending a strongly worded email, this person is the heartbeat of our daily routine. I would now request Nisha ma'am to come forward and explain the process.
For admin, it is mostly all about execution. And this year we've had where 75% of whatever gradings what they've given, that was based on the execution, how they have performed from last year, how they have evolved, what kind of trainings they did, how they do whatever they do more better, how they've developed their skills. So it was an overall, it had a lot of parameters where they first self-assessed themselves, and then 25% of the grading was their overall performance during the year, which was done by their mentors, which considered, the accuracy of work that goes, the kind of response time, how well they bond with the team, their coordination with the team, how well they participate in the OBA activities, and it's like how they've been evolved as a person, and how much they've contributed. So yeah, the admin awards has been evolved that way. Yeah. So first we'll come with the office assistant. May I request Varshaji to please announce the winner?
Hello. So friends, office assistants are our actually lifeline. Now we are almost 130 people in our office, and how we make our support staff, support system run all the time and make our life comfortable. You don't realize everything is just falls in place, and without how it is happening. It's like it's like a heart keeps breathing. So you never know, like you give value to every organ that is doing, but you never see heart breathing. So this office boys and this whole team of office assistants is really the heart line, and they that's how they make our life very comfortable and cheerful, right from our food, water, everything that is there. And this time this award is going to our newly joined, like a person who has been with our firm for a long time as an external person, but whom we actually absorbed in GBCA, and it is going to nobody else but Rahul. I request Harish Bhai to please come forward to this. Congratulations, Rahul. Big round of applause. So he gets a certificate, a check, and a trophy. Harish bhai, please be here for the other office admin awards. So we have the, yes. So admin actually team is like a knowledge team also, and they do a lot of other work. So it's not pure admin, it's a technical admin also. So we have a mix of all the teammates who are doing different functions. And based on, as she explained the process, the person who is really contributing to the role that is defined to him and then makes the best efforts to give the performance. And this time, the award for the second position in the admin team goes to Nidhi the Road. So Nidhi has been really taking great care of the safe team, and with the seniors at different place and seniors also involved into different roles. She is actually leading, so she had a big team, but I think some colleagues left because of some reasons. But single-handedly now she is running entire safe model, safe department, and taking care of so many responsibilities of high net worth clients, handling of checks, investments, studying, coming up with the newsletter, so many functions. Like she has evolved like a senior in the team, and so hearty congratulations to you, Nidhi, and keep it up. And the first position in the admin. I think this person is like an amazing teammate. Like you is a go-to person. You have any problem, your money is in his hand. You are any, and is a very long association. अगर किसी के पास blank check, सोना, कुछ भी रख सकते हैं without tension, जो अपने से भी ज़्यादा उसको अच्छे से संभाल सकता है. The person with great integrity, hard work, dedication is Bipin Shilvan, the best admin. You can keep anything with him. He is such a great, trusted person, and he has earned that.
Actually, he is ATM. Anytime money, anytime available.
I'll request Toral Madam, Neeraj and Viral Sir to be here for the most promising awards announcements. Yeah.
Varsha talked about Bipin. Bipin, heartiest congratulations. And coincidentally, he's come in his suit today. So that I'm so happy, because I just told him, do you have a Modi jacket? He said, no, I don't have it. I'll buy it. But he doesn't. And last 35 years, he's been with us for last 35 years. So journey of 70 years, 30 years, 5 years, 50% he has been with Gala Bansari and GBCA. Earlier 5 years at Churchgate, 7 years at Churchgate to be precise, 18 years at Dadar office, and then subsequently 10 years over here. That's right? So 35 years and absolutely integrity and trustworthy. And believe it or not, when he had come, his brother was working in BMC in Chopati, Birla Center, Birla Krida Kendra. And there I met him and I went for a booking for CBOCA. And he told me that, do you have any vacancy? Because my younger brother, who's just cleared his BCom, would like to get his job. I said, please send him over. And since then, and that day, and today, and I'm sure he'll be there till the time he's there, because absolutely, I think the number of hours, I've told him umpteen number of times that why don't you go on leave? Why don't you go out? But no, office, work. Congratulations, Bipin, and thank you very much for being with me. Because for me personally,
He's been like an super person because my all the finances, all my bank accounts, everything is there with him only. And the most trusted person in GBCA today is Bipin. Yeah. And Bipin, this is just a small token from me as a personal this thing. Artist, congratulations, Bipin, and wishing you all the best. आता 2 मिनिट बोला. थँक्यू. थँक्यू नाही बोलायचं आहे तो मराठीमध्ये बोल ना. काय मराठीमध्ये बोल. काय आपल्याला सगळ्यांना माहितीच आहे. बोल काय इकडे इकडे काय आहे ते बोल.
बरोबर. जेव्हापासून मी ऑफिसमध्ये आलो तेव्हापासून सगळे पार्टनर्स वगैरे ना सगळे माझ्यासोबत जसं फॅमिली मेंबर असल्यासारखे राहायचे म्हणून मी आजपर्यंत आहे इथे.
थँक्यू बिपिन. थँक्यू वर्षा.
Every now and then, a new face walks in, and before we know it, they are setting new standards. Bringing fresh energy and asking questions we all secretly Googled on day one. They dive in with eagerness and curiosity, eager to learn but not afraid to challenge the status quo. Their fresh perspectives inspire us to think differently, and their enthusiasm reminds us why we love what we do. It's not about just fitting in, it's about making an impact from day one. And that's exactly what they have done.
This award is for someone who has joined us not too long ago but has already made their presence count in work, spirit, and teamwork. Now, may I request Nisha ma'am to kindly explain the procedure?
Yeah. So this year we did away with the exams because you're already giving too many exams. So we have 60% of your marks were the individual assessment. That is throughout the year again how you have performed, the accuracy of work, the response time, how you have been working in teams. How much of problem solving skills you have, then the communication skills, written, oral, and so your partners and seniors have given you marks based on that. And then there has been and of course it also covers the actual execution, what kind of quality of work that you have delivered. Then there was 10 marks or 20 marks for the GD that we had, where you're thinking on the foot, your knowledge of allied knowledge is considered, your communication skills are looked at. Then 20 marks were for letter writing, and this year we didn't have letter writing. It was, you were allowed to use Chat GPT. And still, trust me, it has been the best part of the assessment because I've got to read some wonderful letters. So a lot of, obviously there's, a lot of skill development on that part. And 60 marks were for the SDA, which covers the overall, the self-development, what kind of study circles, what kind of knowledge gaining activities that were done, how you all have performed in the execution, what kind of complex assignments you all took you all were part of. Then what kind of client appreciation you all got, by way of PR. What kind of OBA activities you all were involved by not just being a part of the team, but actually actively being involved. So those were, the different criterias for, this overall assessment of the best articles that we have. So yeah, over to you.
To invite Toral present the award.
And the most promising newcomer, second runner-up award goes to Sid Jayesh Salot.
So the most promising newcomer, first runner-up, and I think it's the person who on his very first day went across the organization for his query and is presently on the backstage, Janil Piyush Sheth.
And finally, I would like to call upon Viral sir to announce the most promising newcomer.
Most promising newcomers. Any guess? Something? No. It's gone to Parth Hitesh Doshi.
So they get a check, trophy, silver coin, and a certificate. So it is really happy to know that you can see few words that these are the first year articles, but they work like seniors. They handle clients, they interact with them directly, take charge of the assignments. Parth, you can stay and say a few words. on this about your experience. So these are the new most articles, and it's really great appreciation to you for the kind of responsibility that you have taken and the kind of performance you deliver. So please.
I will like to thank you, GBCA family, for recognizing my work and delivering me this award. And this award will motivate me to provide more better services and enhance good quality of service to be provided to client. And thank you so much.
Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the steady hands that guide the rest of us. This next award is for someone whose experience is only matched by their patience and whose inbox has probably seen more drama than a TV soap opera. Their calm presence reassures us when deadlines loom and challenges arise. With years of knowledge and a heart full of generosity, they help us grow stronger, both as a professional and as a team.
This person is the go to when you need advice, a quick review, or even a reality check. They mentor, lead, and occasionally rescue us from deadline disasters, delivered with a smile and sometimes with a raised eyebrow. They are like the office best friend to every newcomer, ready to spill the latest gossip or lend an ear for a good old fashioned vent session about that one colleague. I would now like to call upon Nisha ma'am to explain the procedure.
Okay. The process is the same for both the articles. So yeah.
We will continue, and may I request Yogesh sir to announce the award for Best Article Second Runner-Up. I would also request Dinesh Gala sir to present the award.
Tansuk Bhai and Hitesh also please come upstairs for giving the awards of this Best Article category. So please be here. Sir, we have kept the most important and most responsible awards to be distributed in your hand to seek the blessings from you when it will happen to our seniors who are our next generation leaders, in fact, the next generation GBCA, who are going to lead GBCA for another 30 years to make it in the 100 years. That is the award ceremony that we would like to give in your hands. So it's not only the appreciation, but your blessings also. So please bear with us for a few more minutes. After we complete the articles, we will be announcing the Best Seniors Awards also. Thank you.
Any guesses? Rushil Satra.
Next, may I invite Tansuk sir to come forward and announce the Best Article First Runner-Up.
Yes. Any guesses? And the award goes to Kusi Vijay Soni.
I really don't have the words this time.
I mean, this is, I really did not expect this, but I think the first thank has to go to my mentors and my partner, and definitely Viyaji ma'am as well. I think she's been one of the, I've not worked with her on a technical level, but I think the kind of guidance that she has given me, even before I went for my exams, is something that will always stay with me. Devangi ma'am, Bhavya sir, Yogesh sir, definitely. I think all of you have shaped me to be the person that I am today in the 2.5 years that have gone by. And definitely a lot more. I may not be able to name all of them, but again, my juniors, I feel, who have been the biggest support when it comes to work, when it comes to deadlines, and the entire team, definitely. One more thanks would be to my parents and my family. I think the last year that has gone by, they have been the most patient people with me, along with the late nights, the crankiness, the fatigue, and they've always been there throughout.
So one thing to learn from Khushi is the consistency in performance. So it's been a great experience that generally last year also we had seen that the students who come best in the top positions in the debut category, they also make best in the best article category. She has been a second position in the debut also, and now she has made it, again in this. So consistency is very important. We generally see that some trends are there when you fall on your consistency or the performance, but she is the one who has made it consistently good. Not only in the work that she does, but the motivation team and the allied work, allied responsibilities, ownership of the works, lot many qualities to learn from the students, sir. So congratulations to this. And now we invite Hitesh for the best article. The most popular, the most young looking partner giving announcement of the best.
Best article assistant. Dhruv Manoj Parekh.
So they get a check, trophy, certificate, and a silver coin. God bless you. You want to say a few words?
So thank you, the entire GBCA family, GBCA team. So I'm not actually prepared or something, and I was not also expecting this, but thank you so much to my entire team, the people who have I been sitting late with or doing. Everyone has taught me some way or the other. So thank you, starting with partner. Thank you with all my seniors, and absolutely thank you to all my colleagues because they have always been there with me. And thank you to our entire team and entire family of GBCA, whoever I have not worked with, still they are with me. So thank you so much. Thank you.
So congratulations to Dhruv and Rushil. Both of them actually have taken initiative to undertake training, sir. They are in the trainee period, but they take training for our staff, and they have trained them so well in the Excel that their first session was so much appreciated that the admin team said that we want one more session, and they are going to do that. So this is an amazing experience of being able to train somebody when you are being trained. So that is great quality, and they are versatile. So when it comes to dancing, they are also on the dance floor. When it comes to training, they are taking initiative. And when it comes to late night setting for delivering any complicated assignment, they are all there. I think the team, Yogesh, Devangi will accept and admit this. This is amazing skill that is there. So thank you so much. With this we complete our best article category awards. And now we request Harish Kenia sir, Sanjeev sir, and Ritesh Poladia to be please there on the stage to make the honors. And I would request Ram Subramanian sir to be here to deliver these awards. Before we announce these awards of the senior category, let me say that, as I said earlier also, that they are our future leaders. Now when we see that we are in the 70th year of GBCA, and we see that most of our senior partners are playing the role of a mentor, motivator, and we are there to, guide, support, encourage them. But people who have to actually take the baton ahead to see what GB will be in the 75th year and it's in 100th year, it's the seniors batch, seniors team, who are our future leaders, and we really appreciate their support. And when we are doing these awards, we are also looking, various categories are there, their execution work, their responsibilities in terms of public relationship, academic thing, strategic contribution, OBA, organization, because they are future leaders, they are going to own the firm, they are going to lead the firm. And then these roles just don't require your technical skills, but they require different skills in terms of your HR, ownership, your commitment to the value of the firm, so and its growth and the dream of the firm. And these are the people whom we see as our, and we in fact look at all our seniors as the future leaders, and thus we have to select only the top as per the process, but we really appreciate our association and contribution by all the seniors. As you all know, Devangi and Neil have already reached Hall of Fame, and so they are not in the competition because of their earlier winnings of these awards. So now the award goes to the other people who have actually made it. So it's not that if they were in the competition, the people who are getting these awards also have made really worthy contribution in terms of all these roles. The assessments has been done objectively by all the partners, and these are the most deserving students who compete equally well with the Hall of Fame also. So we see that we just don't have two, but many leaders to take GBCA ahead, and that's our pride, that's our pleasure, that's our fortune also. So to make the awards now, I invite the second runner-up. I request Ritesh Bhai is here. Yeah. And sir, as I mentioned you, these are our future leaders. They need your special blessing. So you have to come here to give the awards to them, sir. Yeah. Sir, yeah. Yes. And all these seniors are going to be very, very fortunate to seek blessings from such a young-hearted, energetic, learned professional who is a legendary personality.
And the award goes to Bhavya Suresh Gosar.
So this is second best senior. You see the Vipul Vira cabin is always occupied by Bhavya, and a silent one who can do work, massive assignments very silently, keep the tone of the team, very cool, calm, and equally be active in the sports, handle clients independently. And I must say, Bhavya, you have groomed yourself. And I have personally felt his journey of grooming himself. Sir, you be there. Ram sir. So you have to be here. All leaders will get your blessing, sir. So I have seen his journey from a calm, quiet boy to a leader who manages really very complicated assignments with a very cool mind. That's Bhavya. So now for the second best position, I must say, I'll call Harish Bhai, Harish Kenya. She's the first runner-up.
So best runner-up, best senior, first runner-up. Any guess? Jeannie Jane.
So Jeannie is not here. She is in UAE. All you know that Jeannie and Jill are leading our Dubai practice, Dubai office, and they are making wonderful performance there. Jeannie has been GBCA article and has been part of the journey. अभी जील और जीनी का कैसे ना एक जान है हम हो गए करके, इसके लिए जीनी का अवार्ड लेने के लिए मैं जील को बुलाने वाली हूँ. तो जील प्लीज कम ऑन द स्टेज एंड रिसीव द अवार्ड ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ जीनी ऑल्सो. जील इज हियर. जील. Yes, Jill, you have to come to receive the award. On Jill, nahi thi? Jill, Khushbu, I get confused because of the big twins. Music bajao, bhaiya. Sir, Jill and Khushbu are twin daughters of Harish Chedda, so we get confused after who's coming karke. So Jill has come to receive the award on behalf of. Big round of applause. It really takes big courage to be in the foreign land. Last year we had given them special appreciation. Yes, yes. मैंने कहा ना, you have become एक जान है हम अभी. So congratulations for the Dubai team which has made this possible. And now the final, the best senior, I invite Sanjeev sir to be here. So this is the last one.
Congratulations, because I also don't know, I wasn't part of the selection at that time for some reasons. And guesses before I open the envelope. Well, I think Dubai is doing really very well. Jill Harish Chedda. She was deserving quite some time back also, but somehow she had lost out on some, maybe for whatever reasons, a good. Just let me complete. Let me complete. So congratulations, Jill. I think deserving, most deserving for the entrepreneurial skills she has exhibited, staying all alone for all these last 4 years. I mean, she has done wonderful job in setting up the whole of system over there. People want to look at you, not me. Congratulations, well done, and keep up your entrepreneurial spirit alive. Thank you.
So sir, she is now receiving her own award. The earlier she received on behalf of her colleague in Dubai. This is her own award as the best senior who has led our practice in UAE. What we did here in 70 years, they are trying to build there. Yes, sir. So real entrepreneur, and yes, I must thank you, sir, for being with us and be patiently here and delivering these awards. Thank you.
I am really happy that I was asked to give these presents to very senior people, achieving people, successful people who have got a long career. But the only eligibility for me to do this function is my age. That is only the thing which among all of you here, I think I beat all of you in terms of age. So, Varsha has chosen me for this age, if not anything else. But it is my extreme pleasure. I pray Lord Ganesha to see that there should not be any kind of disturbances, no hard block, no way for in their long, successful career. All the best to all these seniors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Firstly, I would like to apologize for my attire. I'm flying in a few hours, so I had to just get into something more comfortable. And like ma'am was saying that Dubai is one heart and soul. So I don't believe that Ginny is a runner-up and I'm the winner. If we are runner-ups, then both of us are runner-ups. And if I am a winner, then both of us are winners. We have supported each other in that manner. I think we can't do without each other, and that's what I'm saying, that we are that way. So if we are runner-ups, then both of us are runner-ups. If we are winners, then both of us are winners. We are one team, and you cannot separate us. And I would like to thank everyone and on behalf of Ginny and me to place the trust and patience more than trust also, that confidence, trust that both of us can, present GBCA in front of multiple people at a global stage. It's been truly very difficult. So many learnings that we've shared with all the partners also that we've gone through, that we can only imagine that they have been going through for the last, 40, 50 years, and we have only experienced in the last 3-4 years. It has given us a view that we never had when we were in Bombay. And for that opportunity, thank you. And on behalf of Ginny and me, thank you so much.
Yeah. So with this, our awards for the best performances on the basis of the appraisal process that we do are done. One last award that we would like to announce, and after that we have felicitation of the passed out chartered accountants. Sir, I would request you to be here and then join for the dinner also if you're getting late. But this also will take some time, but our technical awards are done. So you can be please here, or we will escort you to the dinner place also. This one particular award, I want to say that we just not acknowledge or appreciate the people with just super performances, but people who are silently doing their work, dedicatedly be with GBCA for number of years of service. Whatever role is given to them, whatever is the work, is GB first for their life, in their life. And there's one such person who has given 40 years of his life to GBCA, and that's Digambar Mistry ji. So we wanted to actually honor him with this special award today. He is not here, but his award, he is here, and we will deliver him this award when he resumes office. But that's the culture of GBCA. It's not only, as he said, it's not only the intelligence, it's also the consistently performed dedication that is also equally rewarded, appreciated in our firm. And that's the culture of GBCA, of empowering people, acknowledging people, appreciating people, and rewarding people. So I hope you all have enjoyed this. This time we had a pure formal function with not an entertainment as such, but that is also needed. So as he said, entertainment, but at the same time there's going to be performance, and achievements. And today's function has been purely dedicated to that objective. And I thank you all for your patient hearing in this intellectual activity that we had during this whole program, and look forward to more intellectual performances from all of you here. Thank you so much. We will be awarding, acknowledging, appreciating our passed out chartered accountants now. So I'll hand over the mic to the coordinators. Thank you so much. And once, big round of applause for everybody. We all are winners. So whatever was shown in the highlights has not been happening only by the performers, the top performers, is by everybody making their role in the whole process. So big round of applause and big pat on our folders. Huh? Yeah. Yes? You're going, no? Yeah, I'm accompanying them. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Over to this. So they are your actually role models, the students who have passed out, and they are your role models, they are your inspiration. So this is time to reward them, award them, acknowledge them. Yeah.
Before we start the felicitation of CA pass outs, I would like to call upon Vijay Nandu sir, Rohan Gala sir, Vipul Veera sir, and Mukesh Didia sir. I request all the CA pass outs to be close to the stage. We'll announce your names.
So before we start that ceremony, let me introduce all the three GBIs here. Vipul Veera, Mukesh Didia, and Vijay Nandu. They are all our GB alumni. They are our seniors from the Churchgate office time, the Masjid Bandar office time. We have learned from them. And then as a process of empowerment and diversification is imbibed in GBCA culture. Dinesh Bhai and the whole team diversified into different divisions, businesses, and they led each business very strongly and took it to the great heights. Vipul Bhai has taken care of our finance and construction. Mukesh Bhai has taken care of our Kala Bansali Securities Insurance Investment Advisory Division. And Nandu Bhai has taken charge of our stockbroking division, and where we have both the memberships of NSE, BSE, and that's how those businesses have grown up. Same culture of GBCA, same inspiration of our of growing and making progress, and that has, and the client service. The client service with values and great dedication, that is what they have also been reflecting, and we are really happy to have all of you. And that's why we want to honor our passed out CAs in their hands. So big round of applause for all this very own GBIs, the great achievers.
It is equally important to recognize the hard work and dedication that paved the way for such achievements. This evening, we take great pride in honoring our colleagues who have successfully cleared their chartered accountancy exams, a milestone that reflects not just their knowledge, but their perseverance, discipline, and commitment to professional growth.
Completing the CA journey is no small feat, and these individuals have shown exceptional determination to reach this significant career landmark. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming our newly qualified CA passouts to the stage for the well-deserved felicitation. I would like to call upon Vijay Nandu sir to honor the CA passouts. Adesh Shah, Aman Kumar Meena, Chirag Shetty, Dev Patel, and Harshil Shah. Aman Kumar Meena, CA Dev Patel, CA Harshil Shah, next up, I would like to call upon Mukesh Dedia sir to honor the CA passouts. I would like to call Neil sir also on the stage. CA Janal Gala, Janvi Kurua, Manav Zota, Mokshit Maru. Janvi Kurua, CA Manav Zota, and our new senior of GBCA, CA Mokshit Maru.
Neev Jain, Omkar Jadhav, Rahil Mehta, Rahul Mehta. Mehta. Rahul Mehta.
Palak Kothari is not available today. I would like to call upon Paresh Visaria, sir. Okay, so we have Palak here.
I would like to call Neil sir to honor the CA pass outs. Palak Kothari. Siddhi Sethia.
Requesting Paresh Visaria, sir, to come to the stage.
Suraj Shinde. Smith Gala. Vidhi Salia. And Yash Gupta. And lastly, KV Karya.
So now we'll invite all the students to be here for a joint photograph. It's a record that whenever there is an articleship opening, we get more than 200 CVs. Then we get through the process of, please let that music go on little in the slow, आवाज के साथ जाने दो इसको. So yes, 200 applications we get, 60, 70 interviews we get. Then we employ 20, 30 articles in every batch. And out of the 85 students, a success of 23 chartered accountants is something that GBCA should be very, very, very proud about. People wonder, how do you get so many articles in your firm? How do you get? This is a great culture of GBCA of empowering, learning, and encouraging talent to make them really come out as leaders. And I always say the shining stars of GBCA. I request Nandu Bhai and Vipul Bhai to please be there for joining the photograph with them. Please give your blessings. आप आ जाए, आगे आ जाइए. It's really a proud moment for all of us. 23 chartered accountants is not a joke. So take inspiration from them. There are really inspiring stories among all of them who have made it happen. There were failures, there were nervous breakdowns, but you stand with conviction and courage, which Dheeraj said. The courage is what they have shown and they have made it so well. Janvi, there are so many examples who have really shown the persistence and made it happen. So congratulations to all of you. Stay connected with GBCA. This is your mother organization and you have to always come back and giving back to the firm in terms of any ways, like your association, your knowledge, your experiences, anything that we can do for you, you can do for us. You are our own babies and make us feel very proud as parents. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much. With this, we are actually concluding our award ceremony, and we can close this with the national anthem and then go for the dinner. Vote of thanks is there. Okay, fine. So we'll first have vote of thanks, formal vote of thanks for this event, followed by the national anthem, and then we'll proceed for the dinner. 1 minute. Please be seated.
As we come to the close of this memorable evening, it's time to express our heartfelt thanks to everyone who made today's event such a big success. First and foremost, a big thank you to all our esteemed guests, our special invitees, and each one of you for being here and making this event truly special. We would also like to sincerely thank our organizing committee and all the volunteers whose tireless efforts behind the scenes ensured everything ran smoothly. A special thanks to Varsha ma'am and all the partners along with their families for gracing the occasion and honoring our guests and achievers with their presence. We would also like to extend our gratitude towards Shishuvan School for providing such an excellent venue and top-notch facilities, with a special shout-out to Neelam ma'am for her unwavering support throughout. We are equally thankful to Ram Narayan Maharaj for the delicious snacks that kept us energized and food waiting to be savored, and to Hetal Arts Photography for capturing these precious moments beautifully. And of course, congratulations once again to all the awardees and CA pass-outs. Your hard work truly inspires us all. On behalf of the entire motivation team, thank you for your participation and enthusiasm. We look forward to many more such celebrations in the future.
We all must thank motivation team also. They can't thank themselves. They have done a wonderful job under guidance and leadership of Nisha, who is our HR director, taking the position and handling this entire event in the very first year of coming on board as a GBI. So big round of applause for the motivation team. I invite all the partners to be on the stage for the national anthem, and then we will close this thing. Please, all the partners and everybody, please rise up for the national anthem. No, he has requested everybody to be here. So, all the partners, please be on the stage. Dinesh bhai. Harish bhai, please come on the stage. This is a request from Hetal Photo. Okay. Wait. एक मिनट ये पकड़ो
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जन
request the motivation team to please come near the stage. All the motivation team members, please come on the stage. Vrishti Pari. Archana Kinjal. Parig.